One day you will wake up, but it won't be the same person who is listening to this right now. It will be your future self, an older version of you. You'll find yourself in a life shaped by the habits you've developed, whether they have built you up or led to your downfall. And here's the brutal part. That future version of you will look back at today, at this exact moment, and either say thank you or why did you do this to me? Think about that, because every small decision you make today, the choice to learn, to build, to say no to comfort, and yes to growth, those aren't just moments, they're bricks. Brick by brick, you are building a life, or a prison. And while you're waiting for some big moment to change your life, it's already changing, quietly, day by day, while you scroll, while you procrastinate, while you listen to people who gave up on their own dreams. You're compounding something. Right now, the only question is it regret or is it freedom? I don't say this to scare you. I say this because 3 years ago, I met my own future self, and he wasn't proud of me. He was tired, frustrated. He asked me, "Why did you waste so many days waiting for motivation?" That day I stopped chasing extremes, the 4 a.m. alarms, the ice baths, the endless hustle, and I discovered a secret. It's not the extreme actions, it's the micro habits, the invisible wins, the small, quiet disciplines. Today I'll share those small habits that changed everything. Not overnight, not instantly, but inevitably. Because success isn't loud, it's silent. And right now, you're either silently building the life you want, or the regret you'll carry. Before we move on, if something deep inside you just whispered, "I needed to hear that," don't ignore it. Hit like as a reminder that today marks the day you start building, not just dreaming. And subscribe, because this isn't just another motivational channel. This is where you and I build your future, step by step, habit by habit, together. Think of it like this. Every time you click that button, you're casting a vote for the future version of you, the one that doesn't settle, the one that wins. Join the journey, subscribe, and let's get to work. So ask yourself what's compounding in your life while you're not looking. Let's find out. Let's build. 1. Create more than you consume. Imagine spending your entire life binge-watching other people chase their dreams while yours collect dust. That's most people today, but wealthy people. They build, they create. So ask yourself, are you a builder or just a binge-watcher? Grant Cardone says money follows attention, but attention follows creation. Start small, 15 minutes a day. Write something. Record something, build something. Just stop being a passive observer in your own life, because here's a hard truth. Netflix won't pay your bills. 2. Distance yourself from dream killers. Look at your circle. Are they building empires or just building excuses? There's a reason they say you're the average of the 5 people around you. If everyone at your table is broke, negative, and stuck, you'll be next. Years ago, I swapped Friday nights at the bar for Friday nights with YouTube mentors, books and Grant's podcasts. My network became virtual before it became physical, and it changed everything. So ask yourself, who's sitting at your table, and are they feeding your dreams or starving them? 3. Build an I can do this file. Let me tell you a secret. Confidence isn't genetic, it's documented. Every time you win, even something small, write it down. Every time you survive a fear, save the story. Because on the days when your brain screams, "I can't," your file proves you wrong. I call it my proof of power folder. You need one too. When doubt knocks, open the file and remember, you've already beaten battles your past self thought were impossible. 4. Practice relentless gratitude. Yeah, I know, gratitude journaling sounds like therapy talk. But here's the twist. Gratitude shifts your mind from what's missing to what's possible. Want more money? Be grateful for the money you already have. Want more opportunities? Appreciate the doors already open. Why? Because what you focus on grows. Gratitude isn't cheesy, it's strategic. Every night I write down one win, no matter how small, because if you don't celebrate the $10 wins, you'll never recognize the $10,000 ones. 5. Automate saving and investing. Let me hit you with a Cardone-style truth bomb. If you're still saving what's left after spending, you're already losing. Automate your money. Save and invest first. Spend what's left, not the other way around. Your future self doesn't need a new pair of sneakers. He needs compound interest. Automate it or regret it. 6. Get specific or stay broke. What's your financial goal? If your answer is I want more money, congratulations. You've already lost. Grant always says, money loves clarity. Instead of vague goals, get surgical. Not save more, but save $30,000 for a house by December 2027. Break it down monthly, weekly, daily. Remember, a foggy target never gets hit. Quick question for you. What's one money lesson you wish you'd learned earlier? Drop your answer in the comments. I read every single one and I'll personally drop a heart on your reply. And hey, if you're finding this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe so we can keep growing together. 7. Audit your life like a business. Here's a wild idea. Treat your personal finances like a Fortune 500 company. I audit my money in 3 buckets. Fundamentals, which is for needs. Fun, for my wants. Future, this is for investments. Most people overspend on fun and starve their future. But not you. Not anymore. Audit monthly. See where your dollars go. Because in life, what gets tracked gets tamed. 8. Learn money every week. Warren Buffett reads 500 pages a day. You don't need to do that. But 1 hour per week, that's not optional. Money is a language, and every week you don't study, you fall further behind. Whether it's YouTube videos, books, or podcasts, learn money every week. Because as Grant says, what you don't know about money will cost you. 9. Stop caring what broke people think. You'll never get rich taking advice from broke people, period. Every time you hesitate because of someone's opinion, ask yourself, will their judgment pay my bills? If not, move on. Live your life. Chase your goals. People's opinions won't fund your retirement. 10. Escape the yes trap. Do you say yes because you're polite? Because you're scared to offend? Because it's easier? Every time you say yes to something small, you say no to something big. Opportunities are everywhere, but not all of them are for you. So get clear. Does this help your goal? Or is it just another distraction in disguise? Remember, success is built on thousands of strategic NOs. Now here's the question you need to answer. Are you ready to stop playing small and start compounding success through micro habits? Or will you let another year slip away while you binge, scroll, and say yes to every distraction? Because success isn't some giant leap. It's the tiny steps that no one's watching. So, what will you choose today? Let's keep it real. Which habit from today's list feels like the biggest challenge for you? Drop it in the comments. I'm checking every reply and giving it a heart. And if this helped you even a little, hit like and subscribe. We're just getting started. 11. Invest in yourself first. Let me ask you something. If your life was a business, would you invest in you? Would you bet your savings on your own growth? Because that's exactly what life is. You are your greatest asset. Grant Cardone often says, if you're not investing in yourself, you're short-selling your potential. Why? Because the return on investment of self-investment is the only return guaranteed to multiply if you stick with it. Every skill you learn, every mindset shift, every improvement in your health or knowledge, it doesn't fade, it compounds. Think about it. Stocks crash, properties depreciate, businesses fail, but who you become, that's permanent. So whether it's reading daily, building your body, improving your communication, or simply learning how to manage stress, every single upgrade you make in yourself builds a foundation no market crash can shake. Want to become recession-proof? Start within. 12. Diversify or die broke. Here's a cold truth. Most people have one income stream, their job, and that's financial Russian roulette. Grant Cardone teaches that if you only have one way of making money, you're dangerously exposed. Why? Because one layoff, one crisis, or one bad month in business, and your entire financial house collapses. Look at millionaires. They have multiple income streams, not by accident, but by design. Now, I'm not saying start 5 businesses tomorrow. That's not diversification. That's dilution. Start simple. Build one extra stream, something small, something scalable. Maybe it's selling your knowledge online, freelance work, digital products, or passive investments. Imagine this. Your job pays your bills, and your side hustle funds your freedom. That's when life changes. 13. Simplify or suffer. Ever wondered why Steve Jobs wore the same black turtleneck every day? Or why Zuckerberg sticks to grey tees? It wasn't because they lacked style. It was strategy. They knew every small decision drains mental energy. This is called decision fatigue, and it's real. Here's the question. How many small, unnecessary decisions are draining your power daily? From what to wear, to what to eat, to what to work on. Grant Cardone says, simplify to multiply. What does that mean? Streamline your routine. Automate your day. Wear similar outfits. Batch your tasks. Reduce the clutter. Why? Because your mind should be focused on closing deals and building your empire, not choosing which socks match your shoes. Less thinking on the small stuff means more execution on what matters. 14. Network with purpose, not desperation. Let me tell you a secret. Most broke people don't realize money doesn't move on its own. People move money. So when Grant Cardone says, your network is your net worth, it's not a motivational quote. It's financial law. But networking isn't about shaking 500 hands at some boring event. It's about strategic connection. Reach out to people who stretch your thinking, who challenge you, who open doors, not just talk about them. And here's the twist. Stop asking, what can I get? Start asking, what can I give? When you solve problems, people remember you. When you bring value, people chase you. Every connection is a door, but you've got to knock first. Are you getting value so far? If yes, drop a fire emoji in the comments, so I know you're with me. I'm reading every reply and dropping hearts. And if this is hitting home for you, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. 15. Start before you feel ready. Perfection is poverty in disguise. How many dreams have died waiting for the right time? Too many. Grant Cardone's approach? Action beats overthinking. Always. You'll never feel fully ready. That business idea, that investment, that project, you'll always feel unprepared. So what? Start anyway. You won't get it right the first time. You'll mess up. You'll look stupid. And that's okay, because failure is tuition in the school of success. Remember this. While you're waiting for perfect, someone else already started. 16. Talk about money like adults. Most families avoid money conversations like it's some forbidden subject. Guess what? That's why most people stay broke. Money isn't taboo. It's a tool, a skill, a language. And if you don't talk about it, you'll never master it. Grant Cardone encourages open, honest financial conversations. Why? Because learning from others' experiences shortens your learning curve. Next time you're with a friend, instead of discussing Netflix shows or sports scores, ask, how do you budget your money? Or what's one money habit that changed your life? It'll feel awkward until it doesn't. And those conversations, they might just save you years of mistakes. 17. The 1% progress rule. We dream big, but we underestimate small progress. Let me ask, what if you improved your finances by just 1% every month? Would it even matter? Grant Cardone says yes, because small gains compounded are what build empires. Trim a small expense this month. Increase your savings rate next month. Learn one new income skill the month after. A 1% change isn't exciting, but neither is being broke. One brick at a time builds castles. $1 at a time builds millions. Stop waiting for a giant leap. Start taking small steps, daily, consistently. Because in life, those who move slow but never stop, always win. You now know 17 micro habits that can reshape your life, from your bank account to your mindset. The real question is, what will you do with this knowledge? Will you let it fade like another motivational quote? Or will you apply just one, today. Because remember, success isn't complicated, it's just rarely convenient. Now, which step are you taking first? And before you click away, let me leave you with one final thought. What's one small habit that's changed your life? Could be about money, could be mindset, could be something simple like waking up earlier. Drop it in the comments, not just for me, but for that stranger scrolling right now who might read your words and change their future. Because sometimes, it's not the loudest voice that changes a life. It's the quiet reminder from someone who's been there. And if this video made you pause, if it made you think about your future self, the version of you 10 years from now, then don't just scroll past. Hit the like button. Not for me, but as a signal to YouTube that this kind of message matters in a world full of distractions. And if you're serious about building real wealth, not just in your bank account but in your habits, your discipline and your mindset, then hit subscribe. Join a community that's not chasing get rich quick, but building get free forever. Because remember, wealth isn't a jackpot, it's a journey, one habit at a time, one day at a time, one choice at a time. See you in the next one. We appreciate you.